got another thingy that isn't this. Well, this one walks. This one is, I guess, interactive. I don't. It's because I like pigs, and when I saw it, over the weekend, I just freaking grabbed it because I'm insane. The only downside is it's a bit needy, and so thankfully there is a method to turn it off. Just press this button down here for a few seconds, and that's it. Thank God, because I don't know if any of you remember long ago in a galaxy far away, this thing called Tamagotchi, where it doesn't shut up. There's no way to turn it off. But I don't think there was a way to turn it off. The ones I had back then, but it was like always asking for food. It pissed me the hell off. And then I think someone bought me a Tamagotchi a handful of years ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It was a while back. And then I dropped it somewhere, and then maybe 2 years ago I found it again. I turned it on. I think it was one of the characters from Demon Slayer, that guy with the half design outfit he had, and I forgot his name. You would think that I was being a fan from that anime for Demon Slayer. I would remember all their names verbatim. No, I don't. But that guy, he was in the Tamagotchi. I messed around with it a few times, and then I lost it. And then I found it maybe last year. It was dead. I think I killed it. I don't let me be near Tamagotchis. Animals are one thing. Don't let those die, obviously. But Tamagotchis, you can get a pass, especially if the battery runs out. So what does that have to do with anything? Good morning. Happy early live stream release. Yeah, sorry it was a bit last minute. I just decided in the end / this morning when I friggin' woke up, okay, I'll do the live stream today because I want to do stuff tomorrow. Yeah, birthday's tomorrow. Okay, so I don't want to get too big on that stuff. I know, like, as you get older, people stop giving a crap. Boy, hi, how are you? As for me, yeah, I'm going to be like, it's nothing special. I don't have like a big party or anything. No, I'm just going to go out shopping and that's it. And I do it alone because I'm rarely alone. And so it's like a very good pastime for me to do stuff by myself because I'm always helping others or doing things and rushing around doing errands. And then, yeah, when I am alone, it's usually errands. So when I'm actually doing stuff at a leisurely-ish pace, it's a small treat for probably a good 6 months. So anyway, what the heck am I doing? I'm going to resume some cards and then blah. I don't know. Because I think this one's finished, but I don't know why it's white, but yeah, there's some stuff there. I have only a few cards, but some of them I think I'll just leave this one as is. I kind of give up. I'm tired. Maybe I'll just color this area that needs to be fixing. Other than that, I will just try to rush them. Yeah, like lately it's been busy. Like I mentioned the last time, if not the beginning of this freaking year, there's been some stuff that's been busy. Yeah, it's family, private, blah blah related. Don't worry about it. I haven't been doing as much art, and then when I have to take care of that stuff, I have to do my own family stuff, and then I have to clean up and do errands and this and then and I fall asleep, if I do even fall asleep. I mean, I do. It's just I need to sleep more. So what the heck do I have on here besides this? I'll get to the cards in a bit. While I was cleaning, so that's one of the things I need to start getting around to. I had to start cleaning out some things. I guess it's the new year. I found my old projects I think this was 2 years ago. And this was, I don't remember what came to this. I saw these hermit crab things. I think it was on Amazon or eBay, one of the two. And I figured, let's custom paint these suckers. And so I did. And this one turned out really cool. I like this one a lot. It was supposed to be some kind of, I'm not good at making galaxies apparently, but my interpretation of galaxy on a hermit crab. And I thought this was pretty damn neat. This might have taken what? I forgot how long, maybe 2 or 3, maybe just 2 days. I don't remember. Hey, how you been? I am just showing old work that I found while I was cleaning up for now, and then I'll get on to this. I'm just making stuff up. Let's see what happens. And then I think this is the next one I did. Was it? Oh no, I kind of forgot the order. It's been a while. If I check my Insta account, I would see the order, but now that I think about it, maybe this one was first and this was second. And I know this was the last one because I was stumped as to what the heck do I do. And I do have like more of a attachment, more partial to blues, purples, and later pinks because they all blend well together. So I liked this one a little bit more. But this, I remember having a bit of a struggle trying to paint around all these creases and crumples and this and that. And then I guess some of it started to peel off right here, but no one looks on the bottom, right? Paint me. Okay, so sorry. I think I painted this more than once. This might have at least 2 more coats underneath that I tried and did not like, but this time around, I think third time's the charm. This one's not too bad. I wish I can do more, like, draw or paint certain things, but because of the very rough and bumpy surface area, I just have to do blended colors. That was my best bet. Same with this one. This may have a little bit more leeway, but again, there are ridges around, and I could only settle for little tiny dots, stars, therefore galaxy. 2 + 2 was 4, I assume. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these were a lot of fun. I did not really aim too much for this. I was like, let's see what happens. That's usually my mental mantra of trying something new. Let's just see what happens with this idea. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I try to step out of my usual flat art or paintings and drawings just to see what happens. And if it turns out well, especially in the long run, that'd be great because these are about 2 years old and I did not remember where the heck I put them. But then when I was cleaning out like bags and I found them in a random reused shopping bag, I was like, oh, that's what happened. I just chucked them in there. Then this one, I think some dust got on here. And what I worry about things that have like marks on it, I worry if I use some kind of cleaner on, I might remove some of the, what is that? The top coat finish or the glaze or whatever that I used on here. But thankfully, it's just like very meh dust that was very stubborn. So here's this little, oh, it's a rainbow. I forgot. I think though the varnish was not good because it started to turn a kind of gray, like what the heck is that? But again, no one looks on its bottom. So from here, it's fine. I'm still good. Okay, so I do like these other, pastel colors is another partial thing that I'm into. And I like them on the things, but not on my person, not on myself, because only at home, maybe I'll wear pastel, but in public, it doesn't suit me. It gives me a nice tan, the illusion that I have a tan, but other than that, I don't know. I just feel like I don't look too well in pastels, but I like it on other things and projects apparently. And the nice rainbow gradient, I liked a lot. I did not think I would, but it's nice. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I have like 2 or 3 more of these, but I forgot where I put them. I also painted a lobster, funny enough. It was based off that super rare cotton candy lobster. I left it in the other room. I'm not sure where it is, but if I do find it somehow, eventually I'll show it here. I do have it in my Instagram on the Delion. It's like one word, the Delion. And then, this guy. Let's see. I also had an idea to paint spiders because they're always usually black, but they do have some nice colors sometimes, but they're usually like a gray or black, white, cream colored with multiple eyes. Freak me out. And so I don't know, I just bought toy spiders. I think I bought 2 or 3 just to test them out. I don't know what happened to the other one, but I found this one on a whim. Do pastel colors make them less scary? Probably not. If anything, might freak out people even more. It's like, oh gosh, what is that? What even is that? But they can be friends. You're not one of us. Okay, sorry. See, this is why I don't like playing with toys. Sometimes I just come up with weird stuff. Oh, also, I found this. This is more not busted, but it needs to be fixed again. It's another needle felted project, and I don't see black pigs that often. I used to work with black pigs. Fun fact: they have a lot more of a nicer temperament than the pink pigs. I used to also work with pink pigs, and they are quite mean. They bit my feet. Thankfully, I had rubber boots on, but they bit my feet and they hurt, and it's ow. Okay, it's a very vivid memory of mine. So I have random stories. It's annoying, but then yes, I think I want to fix this a little bit more. Yeah, an entirely black panda. With this one, I think I need to lighten the color up. No, it's not. I swear people look into things way too hard these days. Like everything has to be criticized and ridiculed. Nope, shut up. This, I just wanted a black pig, but the problem with it being totally black, you don't see much of the details. Like, where are the eyes? You can barely see the eyes if there was no light source. And then this got, I don't know what I was going with, but I can definitely fix this a lot better now. I just need to find the right lighter gray. I still want it like a dark gray, but to still capture the features or what little features it has, because it's kind of hard to see. You can't tell if these are the eyes or these are the eyes. I wouldn't know either. Plus, I think I would stick this to being like pink still. So I don't know. It just looks like a very black blob, but he's still cute. Just you can't see the features. So, and people could get it confused for a panda for all we know. Identity crisis. So anyway. Also, another thing I found was this. I'm sorry. A needle felted, or not needle felted, I'm sorry. A felted sheet ornament. This one, I don't like Hello Kitty that much anymore, unless there are certain exceptions. This one was during when I was a little girl and I actually liked Hello Kitty, and they had this kind of style amongst several others, but this was one of the styles I grew up with, so I give this one a pass. And I tried this. It's just okay, but other than that, it's all right. And then the other exception is if the design of Hello Kitty is more subdued, very minimal, then I will use it. And I will actually use it. I know, like, here's me geeking out with Sanrio things. People who collect Sanrio usually don't really use the things. They just store it in a closet or storage place, attic, and just never touch it. They store it in a bin. Some people admit that on eBay. I'm that bored. I will find out. And so for me, sometimes there are some characters or things that I miss, but I can't get them anymore because eBay and Etsy or whatever, they inflate the prices like crazy. Like 2 pencils are like $30. Oh, thank you. I actually just like this just because I grew up around this pattern. And so I should probably do a few more around that time just because I remember there's just too many versions of Hello Kitty. I just need to focus on a certain part that I was actually interested in. Then I'm fine because there's just too many. I cannot do all of them. I'll probably be on my, like on a respirator, just working on at least some things from the early 2000s of Hello Kitty. There's just so many of them. Yeah, she's older than me. That's pretty bad. But some of them I don't mind too much, or certain designs I don't mind too much. And the minimal stuff, because I'm crusty dusty, apparently, I don't mind those. But the rest, it's a big fat maybe. I like the minor characters that don't get as much love, that are not as present in the Sanrio world, like this boy here. This Zashiki Buddha. And I think because I came back to liking this character, I started liking pigs all of a sudden. So it's not only this. I got this for whatever reason. Yeah, creepy, right? Yeah, go to sleep. And then recently, I think I showed this a while ago too. I should be drawing, but here I am showing things. I also have this, oh gosh, this is also ridiculously cute. They don't make enough Buddha merchandise. So I had to settle. Sorry, it's kind of dusty. I had to settle for Lulu the Piggy. I think this was made in Hong Kong, and they're actively making this character now. And there are so many versions of pigs to the point where they have a hybrid of a pig and a cat mushed together. I don't understand it, but I still like it, so because it's pig. Give me pigs. But this is more popular, I think, in Hong Kong, and I think Thailand. They have pop-up shops and events. Now I have a reason to go to Thailand and Hong Kong, I guess. But for the time being, I'll just settle for the few blind boxes I can buy of these because they are not cheap. Blind boxes are hefty, pricey if you keep buying them too much, especially certain brands. I think one of them's called Labubu or something. I don't know, some weird monster critter. And those naked baby dolls, I don't know. But I just settle for the ones I actually like. And I don't buy all of them because I do have duplicates a few handfuls of times. It's annoying. So I try not to buy too much because, I mean, the plus side is I can customize them because I saw that as a suggestion on YouTube. But I tried it. It still looks the same. So I'm not super interested in making and getting and making things out of duplicates unless I can. There are certain cases where it's too much trouble for me. I have to just forget it. But yeah, that's what I have going on here. And for those of you who missed it, this guy walks very, very slowly, mind you. And they have more than one of these. I think they have like French bulldogs, corgis, some other, but they have like different kinds of dogs. And I don't know, there's stuff on his head. Touch it. Touch it. You did it. Okay, I'm done. Okay. I have to enjoy things in short bursts because after a while I get bored. I think you should just end up doing that the older you get if you actually do that. So yeah, that's my thing going on. Oh, and then here's Hangyo-dan. He has blind boxes now, so now there's a dilemma. I actually like that character. I don't know what to... Yeah. Well, it's a nice saunter. It's a sauntering walk. He felt saucy today. So, yeah, I just have random stuff I like on a whim, and then I'll buy it. And it's within price range. I'll buy it. Otherwise, I'm not big on like collections, like say the blind box, and there's like 8 in the set, and you have to buy all of them. But then they're blind boxes. You're not going to know, and you're going to get duplicates. I can't do that. So I just settle for the few I can get. And then if I keep getting duplicates, I'll give up. That's it. I don't want to. And you can't return them. So you're stuck with it forever and ever and ever. All right. So what the heck am I doing? It's already 18 minutes. I've been yammering on. Oh, okay. So I know I have all these other cards. I might paint maybe this one. And I also did this Adea one. I forgot what color to do this. Should I just make something up? This one turned out pretty good, but I think around here, this was like sometime last year, I was getting tired of cards. I'm pretty sure I have 200 to 300 cards at some point. It's maddening. So I figured I'm a little burnt out, but not like, oh, I have to take a sabbatical. It's more like, let's do something else. And so I've been doing other things and then finding old work while I have been cleaning. And that one was pretty interesting. So I'm going to be working on more cards because I'm insane. And I'm going to draw this chubby Buddhist character from Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, this guy here. He's like, hey. He's cute, but very annoying. Plus, it's kind of weird if you watch the cutscenes. He has old man hands and he has a baby face. I don't know. I just find that creepy, but he's still an interesting character. So I guess I can draw him. Yeah. Babies. Okay. So, well, he's not a baby. He just looks like a baby. Okay. So I have like a buttload of cards and I should work on them. It's just, it takes... If you've seen other, sorry, not reels, but like other live streams, I have to get out all of the paints and I have to open the paints and figure out which colors make the most sense. And if I have the colors, if I don't have the colors, I have to mix them and hope for the best. I did that last time. Where do I have? Not you. I did that last time. This was a bust. I will still paint over this because this is not her skin tone at all. But my God, it's so dirty looking. I'm so sad. But I will fix that later. And then sometimes when I draw something on the other version, see, here's the difference. This one's a message card. This one is a playing card. This one has a lot less space, but it grew on to me. So I've made a whole bunch of cards more on here than this. However, sometimes my depth of perception or the sizing goes kind of off, and I made his head too big. So now I'm like, oh, crap. And then when I erase sometimes, oh, this one's okay. But like, I think when I erased on this one, it's not very good. So I have to just paint over it and hope for the best. Buddha's grandson. Well, who knows? Wait, did he have children? I'm not well versed in Buddhism, but yeah, I think he's just some character. This is based off Journey to the West, and I have very little knowledge of it. I only know based on what my editor told me because he was more a big fan than I was. I just latched on because I wanted to play a game. And it came into my site, and I had to try. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of Black Myth Wukong, I don't know if I want to play another game after this because I did my game run yesterday and I died a lot. What else is new? Black Myth Wukong, expect dying a lot and accept it. So I did get a few victories from that. It's not the gauntlet, it's the other one. The one with all the bosses, one by one. And then the last one, I have the final, the most difficult version. I died a lot, but then that's when you actually get a stamp of approval. Otherwise, even as a young stage, you have your time, but you don't get a stamp of approval, I guess. I need to ask. I can't read Chinese. But yeah, I was thinking while I was playing, like, should I keep doing more games or should I just do what I've been doing, which is art stuff? Because I do know based on my activity and reception of my channel, most people, they like the war shorts. They like Shuchi from the Journey to the West shorts and anything related to Black Myth Wukong. But I don't want this to, like, this is the Black Myth Wukong. Like, no. I just like it enough to want to make fan art and play some of the game things, and that's about it. I'm not going to make this the Black Myth Wukong channel. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's places like that on here, but it's just a hobby. And so, but I do like drawing, and I do like the fan art, and not fan art, I mean like the character designs and the development and where they came from. So I'm always interested in that sort of thing. But it's making me wonder, should I do another game? A few of my friends suggested I should do a horror game, but I think I mentioned that before. I don't like high blood pressure. I don't want. I also don't scream very well. It's like, ah, it's like, oh, I don't have a very attractive sounding scream, or like even the girly scream. You can hear from my voice. It's not going to come out well. It's like, ah, it's not going to sound. It's not aesthetically pleasing. Like, is there an aesthetically pleasing scream? I don't know. I don't. I am not well versed in such things, but I don't like screaming when I don't have to. And I get scared at the most random, stupid, minuscule things, like a ball hitting the window. I'll scream at that. That's how stupid. But then like the actual face or a jump scare, well, it depends on the jump scare. If it is scary or just shoves its face in my face, I guess I have to scream. But then sometimes I have a slow reaction, or it depends on my mood, or if I'm distracted, then I might not scream. Sometimes I have a slow reaction to certain, I don't know. Wow, my brain is weird sometimes. And so it really depends, but I don't think it's suited for me. I think if there was something that interests me, then yes, but until I don't see anything worth trying. I heard of Devour. The editor plays Devour, but it's a group multiplayer sort of thing, and you have to cooperate. I'm not good with cooperating. I guess if I had friends, maybe, but for now, I'm like, I don't know. And then there's curses, and you turn into like a baby goat or some of. I don't know. I don't remember it. It's been a while since I watched the editor play that. I'm not good with scary games. I like watching people. Maybe. I cannot determine people's emotions sometimes. But yeah, I'm not very good with screaming. Uh I'm not I don't want to scream too much unless it's like in a natural setting and it's within reason. And I don't know about games, but I'm not. I'm a weak baby. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm a weak baby, okay? I can admit that and first time like, "Hi, I'm a weak baby. Nice to meet you." And let's get that out of the way. You know, no fluff, no BS, just I'm a weak baby. Are you one too? That's good. We have a common interest. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm afraid of everything. That's no, it's select things. Everyone has fears of things, but I don't know. It varies. Okay, so he has boobs. No. It's a little. They said he's chubby, and then he has a necklace. And then I don't have to be super accurate with this, which is great. It's just lately, yeah, like I mentioned, I've been busy, so I haven't been doing as much art stuff. Much regrets, but when I get into it finally, then it's back. I am back to doing like 5 drawings a day or some other. I don't know. But then, let's see. Yeah, I think I mentioned a while ago how I do multiple arts at the same time and able to post. Actually, I could post a lot more, but I don't have anything to post later on. So that's why I kind of do like a bit of a trickle, like once in a while, or sometimes if I'm in a good mood too. Like I might as well before I forget. Um, I do, as you can see here, I do several things at the same time. Like, say I'm painting this, I'm waiting for the layer to dry. And then while it's drying, I start drawing on this. And so when I get stuck somewhere, I do another one. Then if it turns out, oh, I'm painting on it, then I wait. Then I start another one. Then I start another one. And I start, it's kind of like that. This is not the accurate thing, but just an example as to, yeah, it's Karate Kid. He's not. No, he's just doing. Oh, I think he just has that peace sign sort of thing. So yeah, I do several things, and then I end up having extra work. I think what people think about artists, like they have to do everything perfect and it's all this and that, and they don't submit until it's all perfect, and they can only submit one. Some people work like that. I don't clown on people like that at all. Okay, if that's how it works for you, okay, go for it. And you also have to consider like things they do on their own free time, like not their own free time, but other bouts of their time. Like they have work, they have families, they have things to take care of at home. Yeah, that's not. You can't just. I live and breathe art. I mean, some people have that kind of time. Good on you. I wish I did, but I do not. But I have to do things in short bursts. I have to do things faster, so my art will not be perfect. But I kind of like imperfections. I think it's a lot more human that way, but I think people, because of internet and having to make things all super perfect and stuff, they go all out. And I think the nose is off. But yeah. No, he's peaceful here. He's just standing and making fun of Jubaja a little bit. Other than that. Okay, so here's this. And then, yeah, hopefully I get at least 2 things done from that big pile of works in progress. But that's a maybe. Sometimes things happen and someone asks me for help. You'd be surprised. I think some artists beg to differ. Especially if they're the kind that nitpick and they can't stop on trying to fix the thing that bothers them. You'd be surprised. But then for me, I have to tell myself to stop or I will keep going and it will never be done. And so some people use their imperfections to their advantage, which I hope I I try to achieve. But sometimes I don't like that perfection. I want to hide it. And so I hide it with acrylic paint, which helps so much. But sometimes you cannot do too much paint. You will make it all clunky, chunky, and it's not going to look so good. So you can hide your mistakes, but do it sparingly and make sure you know what you're doing. Maybe. Oh, he looks a little happy here. Okay, so this is a little off. I can live with that. So I always have grace periods of how long I can keep making mistakes. And I don't know if there's a number. In art class in high school with the no eraser class, the grace period is about 7 to 8 times. You can trace things over and over again, and then you start filling in the details. You have an opportunity to fix the mistakes with no eraser. That is possible. The only other thing is you have to keep drawing lightly, and then when you're confident, you can start darkening the lines and shading a bit more. I don't do that. And so I'm always erasing a lot of things. I don't know. I think we put way too much pressure on ourselves ever since the internet came into existence for artists. We have to make sure a lot of things are clean and prim and proper sometimes. Some people don't. Some just do the abstract. I don't know. Hey, man, I don't know how abstract works, but if it works for you guys, that's great. For me, I just want it to look like the thing I'm supposed to be drawing. And then if I can achieve that, that's enough. Any minor things I can gloss over, that's totally fine. But then I think there are some people who cannot let that go. They have to make sure it's 100% like the subject, and they will still like. There will be people, and I have been guilty of this too, where it's like it's not that good, and it looks amazing. The painting or project looks freaking amazing, but then we'll be like, it's just okay. I have done that. I need to stop doing that. I need to accept the critic, the compliment, and be happy about it. But sometimes there's always that 1 or 2 or 3 problems that I totally missed, which I have done before. And so, yeah, it's an ongoing work in progress. Yep. But hey, this is just me. What I say is not the law, okay? This is just what I think on how I do certain things. But some people may disagree. Some people have their own methods, and that's totally fine. I don't like, hey, my way is right and your way is dumb. Get out. It's not like that. But I feel like some people talk like that. It's like, geez, calm down. If it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, there's a whole bunch of methods online you can try out. Have at it, So, oh my God, these are some long years. I forgot if this was like a sign. I don't want to make assumptions and then turns out I'm wrong. But I just heard that there was some sort of thing about extra long ears. I forgot what it was. I was like, oh, okay. There was another outfit he had, and he had like 2 heads attached to his outfit. And I was like, what is that? I didn't look at it I didn't notice until the 3rd time I played. I was like, oh, he has 2 old guy heads on his outfit when he is introducing the dragon in chapter 3. And so I was like, oh, all right, Mr. Morbid boy. All right. Making a statement with your fashion. Who listens? Well, I have to talk on here because if I'm quiet the whole time, it's not very interesting either. In reality, when I draw off camera, I don't talk at all. But I figured if I'm on here, it's okay to talk. You get what I mean? But when in real life, when I am doing my art stuff, I'm doing other things. I'm not talking at all. So I think sometimes when people see things online and they just, this is it. This is how she does things. This is how he does things. No, at least not with me. Before I did live streams and did art stuff, I don't talk to anybody. So even hearing people pass by me and talking and asking me things, it kind of throws me off a bit. But if they're like a friend, I don't mind talking to them or taking time to not to not do what I'm doing and just talk to them about the thing. But if it's a complete stranger, that varies. It depends. If you're being nice about the stuff, I don't mind talking a little bit. That might be part of it, but there was something else. I don't want to say it's because they have a longer life and some other thing, because I'm not sure that is the case. There was a reason, and I was told why, and I just forgot. But that could be one of them. But yeah, no, he was talkative in the game. For someone who has big ears and wants to listen, he had a lot to say. So, but he was more like the talking in riddles. Yeah, yeah. If you play the game and they have the cutscenes of him, in the beginning he doesn't talk, but as he encounters both the Destined One, your main character, and Jubaja, he had a lot to say, and it was never direct. It was always like a riddle. And so the pig would get frustrated, like, can you just say what the heck you mean? And he's like, nah. Black Myth Wukong, that super popular game that's been going on since I think November. Yeah, it's super popular. I got hooked into it, but after playing it about 3 times, I'm a little tired. That's why I was wondering, maybe I should play something else. I need a break, because you know, a normal game you play one time, that's it. Okay, go on with my life. But now it turns out I have to play it more than once because I missed some things. And then I thought, okay, after the second time, I'm done. I don't have to play anymore. I missed another thing. But, oh, right. That's another thing. I just remembered. I did get the gourd. The thing I called the forever gourd. It's called the Qingtian gourd. I got that. It helps you. What does it help you do? It doesn't help you file taxes. It helps you, it doesn't run out, but you have to wait a bit. It's kind of stupid. Because if you die within like the next few seconds before it replenishes, you dead. And I was like, oh, okay. The Wukong gameplay, but the monkey version. Well, these are just are they called NPCs? But they're like the characters in the cutscenes where they start talking about to get to the next part of the game. He's in chapter 3, and then you are introduced to characters that will either help you or try to beat you up. So it's always one or the other. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting things mixed up sometimes. It's hard for me to multitask. Yeah, these are just the characters that may help or harm you, and I think there was a clone of him. I don't want to get too much, because there's one pretending to be him, and then there's the other one who is actually him, and he's trying to help you, but he's a little annoying because he does not tell you what to do properly. And then he runs away. So, and by running away, I mean he just disappears, because Jubajet, the pig, tries to beat him up with his rake, and then he just flies like, okay, bye, I don't want to get hurt. So there's that. But yeah, this character, I don't know. I also want to draw the headless monk. I drew him in my little sketchbook, but I don't have him as a card yet, so I may draw that too. But I like him better with no head than the head, because he eventually gets his head back. I was like, oh, that's what you look like. Can you take off the head? God. Take off the head. Give it back to the weasel. But of course it's a bad thing. I'm not even sure if that's a character in the actual story. I have no idea. Okay, so it's a little better. I don't know why he looks like Bobby from King of the Hill. Ugh, I don't want to think too hard. Then this one. Yeah, sometimes I treat certain areas like a puzzle. Like, where does this necklace end up here? It's around here. Yeah. Oh, his costume's easy. I like his costume, so maybe I can draw him more. Like the Destined One, Black Myth Wukong. Oh my god, especially the chapter 6 armor, that is intimidating as hell. Even his regular clothes that I tried to draw a while back, that one was already a challenge, but that was the easy one. The chapter 6 outfit, it was so intimidating. I had to burp halfway into talking. That's how bad it was. But maybe someday I will gain the confidence to draw that stuff, because whoever came up with that was he's skilled. They are skilled. Okay, so all right. This took me 40 minutes. Sorry, I got confused earlier. My brain is like scattered all over the place. It's my fault. I also lack sleep. And then I have to take care of some things after I do this thing. And then I have to pay a bill. I don't want to, but I have to, and it's annoying. Or they don't pick up the garbage. I don't know if they can do that, but I guess if you don't pay the garbage bill, they're like, you know what? You can swim in your trash for another week until you give us our money. Like, I don't know if that's a thing, but that kind of freaks me out. So I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be buried in trash because I didn't pay a bill. Okay, so there is that. I am in the US, in California. Yay. But I'm not in the area that people have been talking about where they, the fires. No, I'm not anywhere from there. What I notice about those updates is that they say California. When you say California, that's the entire state. No, that's the LA area, the one that's on fire right now. But I'm not there. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I got. It's a little mess, but hey, pencils are forgivable. What else is I gonna do? Oh, I need to do the ink. Good. Let's see here. These are not the pens. These are all. Oh, I said I was gonna try to do ballpoint pens. Wait, this is pencil. Yeah. Pencil, pen. These are very confusing. Okay, so I said I was going to try. I'll think about it, because if I erase, sometimes the pen smears. I just remembered. So usually I use the micron pens. And when I use micron pens on this surface by itself, it's totally fine. But when I start painting and I make mistakes, I have to go back and correct with more fine liner or micron pens. The paint messes up my nibs of the pens. And so I think this kind, the ballpoint pen, is a lot stronger, and it's not as sensitive as the micron pens. Oh, thank you so much. I try to hopefully clean up things in the pen work, obviously, but sometimes I mess up the line art too. So that's where the paint comes in. So if I make mistake, I can paint over my mistakes, and then I have to clean up with my line art. Do I have an example of finished? No, I don't have right now. I did show it a while ago. Let me see. I have to stand up. Oh, that's my old cards. Yeah, So, let me see. So these are some finished cards that I did. Babel, pigs. Oh, the OC, never mind. Some of them will look like messy paintings, but I was also trying to get this card deck done. And then, yeah, I had a bunch of ideas. These are more for visual reminders to get me to start painting larger projects. So that was the main reason why I did these cards. And then I also did where you can piece them together. This was inspired from Jim Lee's X-Men card deck, where he had, I think it was 9 cards total, and you can piece them together as a puzzle sort of thing. And I was like, I like that. I want to do that too. And so I did. And then I picked the creepiest thing possible. Yeah. So, and I actually made this one into a painting. It's not an original. It's from Sam Keith, but I love his work so much, so I had to make this. The only downside about the card puzzle is there is like a corner. The corners are rounded, so when you put them together, there's like a little center here where there's like an empty hole. And maybe some people don't like that, but if you don't, it's not that big of a deal, then you're fine. So some of the cards, I don't have to have individual cards. I can put them together like a little kind of puzzle thing, right? And I did this mainly because I was running out of time in terms of trying to get this project done before 2024 started. Yeah, this was in 2023. And then one of the ideas for me to speed up the process was to make them as puzzles. So here's this one. Tuxedo Santa. Oh, I like this one. This was based off like a shopping bag from Halloween. And their design was nice, but it was a little bit too simple. So I kind of amped it up a little bit. But now when I look at it, it's just okay. And why are you not drawing, lady? It's because I like looking at these. Last one. So yeah, these are the kinds of things like, oh, we have a classic here. So yeah, aside from the cards that I do as individuals like these, I also try to speed up certain things faster, the project a little faster by making a larger image using multiple cards. But I haven't been doing that my last card deck because yeah, things were happening. I got tired. I did a lot of paintings, okay? So I was really like, maybe I should stop. So yeah, this is just the collection. If you want to see more of these individually, you kind of have to scroll down a little bit on the Delion on Instagram. I have a lot of these cards going on, and but the recent ones, I don't have that many because things happen. And so yeah. Would I recommend people to do? I mean, hey man, if you can do this much, or even half, go ahead. But it's not for everyone. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, even though it's accurate, if you're like super like into details, there are a lot of mistakes, but I give myself a lot of leeway, a lot of excuse to like, you know what, you don't have to do too much detail. Just as long as it looks like the character, that is important. Especially certain key features or the colors. As long as you have most of that, you're good to go. So that's what was my mentality to get those kinds of things a lot faster. And this actually helped me a lot make more art this way. So even if I don't do a larger size, I still have a small size here in the palm of my hand, kinda. Yes. Oh, that's okay. That means you're a doctor. Doctors can't sign properly either. But yeah, I can't write You know what's funny? I can do detail stuff fine, but my handwriting is crap now. It used to be good once upon a time, but I think because we're all on their phones and online thingies now, it kind of hampered our way of writing. Because sometimes when I write things, I don't like writing as much as I used to. But drawing is fine. I don't know why that is. This muscle memory, I guess. But I do take it upon myself to write do people actually write letters anymore? Like literally write, you're not typing on an email. I actually do write letters still, but it's only to like one or two people, and then that's it. It's nice. It's very nostalgic, but also a little weird in this day and age where everything's just sent over your phone, online one way or another as a text. It seems a little weird when you think about it, but it's actually really nice to take a break from phone stuff once in a while. I know, right? Like, why bother? And you don't have to, yeah, I think also because you don't have to worry about writing things and you have everything on your phone. You type your stuff, your research papers or schoolwork on the computer nowadays. People don't feel the need to write as like, why do we still have pens? But yeah, there is some use, but it's not as much as it used to be before internet exploded. But yeah, I still use it. I'll still buy it. But that's just one person. But yeah, there's artists. They still use art supplies and office supplies too, but they're not that many. Plus, art supplies can get expensive if you don't know how to shop properly. Okay. Also, sometimes if you go to hardware stores, they have some decent supplies for dirt cheap to some degree, especially like local places. But yeah, you also have to make sure that they have I don't know about safe chemicals, if that is such a thing, but just be careful when using it. But they do have certain appliances to help, or materials to help you out, especially sandpaper. If you need sandpaper, you don't have to go to the freaking like Michaels or whatever. Just use dollar store sandpaper, but they have different grit size and all that stuff. So then you get all technical and it's kind of boring. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can erase this and not get smudged. So yeah, a lot of the art stuff that I have, they're basically cheap or within reason. Even the paints that I use, I probably should use a better version, but I've just been using stuff from Target and Amazon. Those are the two main places I think I've been purchasing recently. I used to have some from Walmart, but it's very watery, but they have some okay colors. But I haven't been going to Walmart in years. I don't know. I think if I go there too much, I'm going to be spending more, so I kind of just avoided it. But other than that, it's, let me see. Did I mess up a tiny bit? Then also I have to make sure I'm drawing at a correct angle. When I'm drawing flat like this, it's a little distorted. It's already 52 minutes. Okay, I should wrap things up in a bit later because I have to pay that pesky bill. Sorry if I misunderstand sometimes. If I'm doing several things at once and then I misread something, then it's my fault. I'm a jerk. Sorry. I'm sorry. Plus, like I mentioned, I do a whole bunch of things at the same time. So sometimes wires get some things get misconstrued, and I sound like a jerk. I'm sorry. I just do a lot of things, and I've been busy recently, so I'm a little scatterbrained since the beginning of this year. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a little, okay. And then the nose is more this way. It's at a slight tilt. Okay, there's that. I don't even know this character's name. Like, one of the characters in the story referred to him as the chubby boy. And I was like, I like that. Chubby boy. Because he fell down the well to get watermelon or something. I forgot. But like, they just called him, I saw a chubby boy trying to get some watermelon. I was like, okay, you are chubby boy. Oh no, I think I messed up the eyebrow. I can fix it later. Well, the good thing about this, I can get details a lot more easily than the fine line art pens. Yeah, around here it gets boring. I don't talk when I draw. Or I think because people assume, oh, she doesn't want to be bothered. Don't talk to her. I was going to talk about something, actually, now that I think about it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, birthdays and aging. Yeah. And the stigma of getting old. I mean, how can it be a stigma when you turn old eventually, you know? I don't know. I just noticed a lot online lately that people talk so much about age, and people are deathly afraid of getting old. And what do you mean by old? Because some people think 30 is old. Some people think even when I was young, I used to think 21 was old and also 18 was old, but I was a little kid. So when it starts going into the later digits of the teens and 20s, I already thought that was dinosaur. So, but oh, you did? When was that? Sorry if I sound a bit aggressive sometimes. I've been around people that talk louder than me, and so even though I know I'm introvert by nature, but how I come across, it doesn't sound like it. It's because I'm around people who talk louder than me, and I have to compete. And if I sound like all quiet and I don't know if I should say that, they don't listen to me, and so I have to step it up several notches. And now I end up like I sound like this. I don't know. It's weird. But by nature, I'm like, if I can avoid it, I don't want to talk. But in this case, I don't mind. I need to practice. But off camera, I don't talk a lot. Oh, no. I know me. Here's an example. I don't like phone calls. And it's like, just text. No, I don't even like texting either. But it has to be a good friend for me to want to text people. I may not sound introverted, but I am. It's annoying. I don't even want to deal with people. I don't even want to go out when I really, really, really don't have to. I don't go to parties, nor have I. No, have I been invited? No, I haven't been invited to parties. I don't stay out at night doing whatever. I don't know about that. I just don't do a lot of things because I'm not interested. And people aren't really that interested in me either. So I just do whatever. And then if I encounter people that have some interest, which is super rare for me, then okay, but that's not even a guarantee I'll even be friends with them. So I don't know. Plus I don't act based off, I guess, my race. I don't know. It's annoying. I don't act because here's the thing. I'm Filipino American, right? And so even with Filipinos and Filipino Americans, they act a certain way. And I'm not saying all of them act like that, but there is a general consensus, apparently, I wasn't aware of. I just did whatever. And then people like, how come you don't sound like this? Why do you sound like that? I was like, how the hell should I know? Who gives a shit? I don't know. I don't think I'm unique. I'm pretty sure there's people way more unique, way more talented, way more better looking. Everyone's more than other people. I just do my own thing and hope for the best. That's basically it. I'm pretty sure you're rare too in your own right. You're probably good at things that I'm not good at. Or are there any things you're good at? I don't mind learning. There has to be some stuff everyone's good at that I wouldn't know. People who do sports, okay, you're already miles away from me. I can watch sports, but I don't ask me to do it with you. I'll just be on the floor, mouth breathing. I'm like, okay. So I made a boo-boo here. My hand is supposed to be more close here, so I have to fix it. I don't know about being rare, though. It'd be nice, but sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes people say, like, the more unique you are, the more alone and you don't get along with others that well. But it depends. I think I get along with people not similar to me. It depends. Ignoring problems. Okay. I do that too. It depends on the problem. If it can be ignored for a certain time, maybe. But if it's something like bills, don't ignore that. Don't ignore your bills. Taxes is, I don't know. It's a mixed bag with taxes nowadays, especially with what's been going on lately on this end. Where are you from, by the way? Avoiding problems. Yeah, I do that sometimes, especially phone calls. I hate phone calls, especially when I have to make the phone calls. But I really hate phone calls. I don't like them unless it's a friend, and that's not going to happen because I don't really have friends nearby me at this point. So I don't like talking to most like customer service. Like it's not like I sound like a jerk when I'm on the phone when I finally do have to talk to them. Like, hi, I guess I have to talk to you. Jeez, I don't have that. I sound pleasant, I think. I sound polite. That's the gist of it. I don't sound like I want to rip people's heads off. No, it's just I I have to prepare myself a little bit, even write a script because I do that because I have like a buttload of questions. I'm not going to remember from my brain. I have to idiot proof myself. So I will write a script before I make a phone call to customer service about what thing because I forget. I do get tongue tied. I get super nervous. But then when I calm down, have a script, something, then get on the phone, I'm pretty good. But other than that, I really, oh my God, I'm already feeling anxious remembering phone calls I had to do before. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. How's it over there? As for me, the thing with being introverted, it's annoying. It's annoying. There's some things I wish I can do more if I wasn't an introvert, but um sometimes it's okay. It saves me a lot of trouble. I don't get into a lot of trouble. So that's one major perk about being an introvert. You don't get into a lot of trouble sometimes, but not all the time. Okay, so these are dark. I'm just going to mark these off as what's dark. And then let's see. Maybe I could finish this a little bit and then I can continue to read. I usually finish in an hour, but if there's a reason for me to hang around a little more, I don't mind. Let me try to at least do the line art here and then I'll call it a day. Because I made a boo-boo. This was not supposed to be all the way here. Whoops. So I gotta fix it. But yeah, introvert versus extrovert. Yeah, my situation's weird. I think also because I worked in customer service and I used to be a teacher, I have to talk louder. I cannot be all meek and then I don't feel like talking. You kind of can't be like that, especially if you actually do work with in a public setting, working with other people. You can't be all shy and this and that. But if I have an opportunity to feel shy and I don't want to deal with that, I will act like that. But the way I sound, it doesn't sound the way I do. It's weird. You can't be someone's friend. Why is that? Well, I have reasons for not having friends nearby me. Well, for starters, a lot of people, a handful of classmates had babies way early. I'll just say that much. And it's not only like way early, it's like I think 18 years and then also in college there's that department. And then the other one is I also had a group of friends, not all of them, but a good chunk of them I noticed. They were anti-relationship, anti-marriage, anti-children. I think those are those three antis. No kid, no relationship, no marriage, no kids. They didn't want any of that, or at least two of the three. And then I was a part of that group. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing until they started admitting such things. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Meanwhile, I get married, I have a kid, and then afterwards, I don't hear from them. Or later on in social media, they start saying things like, I can't stand children. Those crotch goblins are blah, and parents are dumb. And I was like, what are you trying to say? Well, you got something to say it to my face. But then eventually, like, I kind of just changed their feed, my Facebook feed to like not watching that stuff, because after a while it gets kind of grating. It's like, okay, I don't want to look at that all the time, so I just choose to see their stuff less, and to the point where I don't see their stuff anymore, and then I'm okay. That's fine. I know the whole thing about nowadays, no one wants to have kids, no one wants to get married, no one wants to even, like, relationships are like, well, let's see what happens, and then pee pee cockadoo happens. I don't know. But I didn't do that stuff when it got this bad. What happened? Me and the editor, that's my husband. That was way back before all this stuff happened. So now that I do see some updates online about how the dating scene is, because I was like, well, I wonder how it is. Not saying I'm dating. I'm just saying you watch things online and you're bored and you're like, you see something about the dating scene. I was like, oh gosh, that's pretty awful. And it's gotten scary. And there's a bunch of weirdos, more so than usual. And so it's really alarming. And then, especially those with children, like, how are they gonna navigate around that environment as they become of dating age, right? So it's like, oh, geez. Because now there's a lot of crazy people, both men and women. And you're like, ugh, maybe the single life isn't so bad after all. So, yeah, internet is freaking crazy. There's a lot of days like that from what I've seen. And there's like a bunch of like people, what they call them, like these terminology things online. I'm not very fully well versed, but I think they're called echo chambers. Like there's like certain groups like men suck. And they're like, yeah, men suck. And then there's another group, well, women suck even more and not in a good way. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then there's a whole bunch of people telling their life stories and saying, ever since then, I hate all men. I hate all women. I was like, dude, what's going on here? What? That doesn't make sense. You're doing your part, right? Why do that if you're actually helping? You should get praise, unless there's something I'm not hearing or there's a part that you're omitting. I don't know. I don't like to make weird assumptions based on the few things I'm told, but hopefully things work out for you in your life. Because 3 years old, that's too early. They have to grow a bit more to be a bit more slightly easier to deal with. Because 2-3 years old, oh my gosh, I remember. Do they scream at random for no reason? I had that. I'm sorry to throwing my little kid on their bus, but the terrible twos, that is a fact. That is a thing. And it sometimes lasts longer nowadays, especially with internet. Another downside of internet. Oh, they have TikTok? I saw some Indians in Las Vegas a while ago doing TikTok, and they were doing the dances like at the tourist landmarks. It was a little weird. Not bad, just because they have a big group of people doing it all together. And I was like, oh, I'm so used to seeing only one, maybe two people doing a TikTok thing in a public setting once in a while, but like a whole bunch of people was doing TikTok, and I think they were from India. And so I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of people. But yeah, I don't know. What does she post a lot? Like how often in general? I don't have TikTok, fun fact. I tried for like less than a week. I got bored. I got bored and irritated. It's not for me. It's too overstimulating for me, and I don't like it. Sorry to hear about that. I hope it works out, because I think some people, especially around my age, they get addicted to TikTok. That was another thing. I already have YouTube. I already have Instagram. I don't need more. But yeah, I hope it works out that you two can figure something out. I don't think you should divorce because of TikTok. That sounds odd to say. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, they're gonna try. I think they're gonna try to ban that here in the U.S. too. Oh, okay, I see. I haven't seen that many of them on my Instagram, but I don't know. I don't know. Who knows how it'll be later on down the line. I get people that speak Russian trying to add me, I think. I'm not sure what language. It looks Russian, but I don't think they're Russian. Oh, oh, wait, so if it's banned over there, how does she have it? Or does she just use Instagram? I am curious now. Sorry, I was talking too much. I'm gonna, I'm gonna try now. I talk too much. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I see. What's well? Oh, right. Instagram does have their own version of videos, but it's Reels. Yeah, if you're not careful, you can spend a whole bunch of hours just scrolling on Reels. I think if I have a hobby, that saved me so much trouble. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Oh, I think they're gonna do that here similar too. They're gonna try to, I think they're gonna ban TikTok here. And I think they're either going to several alternative websites. Yeah, they might also go to Instagram too. But I heard they're gonna go to the Chinese version of TikTok. I think it's called Red Note. I'm not sure. But there's a whole bunch of people just scrambling around. I don't know where to go. I have no life without TikTok. And then they're going to different other apps. But one that stood out was Red Note, because I think that's the Chinese version of TikTok, but I think it was Douyin. I thought it was that one. I heard of Douyin. I think that's how it is. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm most on Insta. I just post my art stuff and say dumb videos, and then that's it. and catch up with a few friends here and there. Then that's basically it. Other than that, I don't. I hope she doesn't like neglect the child too much. 3 years old, you can't neglect that. They get into a lot of trouble. Sheesh. And there's a lot of screaming. Yeah, I don't feel much issue with TikTok because I only used it for like less than a week, like maybe 3 or 4 days tops. I didn't like it. And so um it's a good thing because I'm seeing the content. They show it on YouTube, they show it on Insta. Um like what the like there's some okay useful things, but it's not a lot. It's usually just weird people whining and crying about some other issue or agenda, whatever, I don't know, and some weird stuff I don't even understand nor wish to understand. I'm too old for that stuff. And so it does not interest me. Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I don't even like posting a lot about my family. I'll talk about a little bit, but then anything, because the internet, the audience sometimes wants to know more about this person, especially as they get more popular. But then you don't have to. You really don't have to. You really don't have to say all the things about your family and private life, right? But some people want more attention. They want more likes, clicks, whatever's, followers, whatever views. And so they'll say things to get that attention. And if it involves knowing about the family, they will do it. I mean, there's those family channels here, right? And then they get the children involved. I don't like that. It's like they don't understand what's going on. And yet you're just shoving them onto the screen and trying to elicit an emotion or a feeling or a situation, and it's probably not real. That's the other thing. That's like, geez. And there's some I think some parents got arrested here and there. Like, geez, man. Like some people are, and they had a lot of kids too, I think, from what I remembered. I think some of them were being starved. Like, what? Like, okay, someone has to take away your phone. Gosh. Oh my god, that's insane. Like you can have like a little hobby here and there and throw a video. Okay, that's fine. Just don't get too invested. Otherwise, yeah, you end up going crazy like that. That's insane. I don't like. But if you keep it to like hobby level at most, it's okay. But I think the other situation, it's your career. That's the other problem. If it's your livelihood, that's how you earn money. Then you have to shove what people want in order to garner that ad flow, that ad revenue. And then it gets to the point where like, do you even like doing this stuff? Why do you keep doing this stuff? And then some people cry burnout. They take sabbaticals. They express that they're super super stressed out and they're running out of content to make. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I just do whatever that comes to mind, have a little fun, don't take it too seriously, but I do need some level of balance so people don't do whatever they want when they show up in my chats, because I don't know if you saw, and I don't think you were there, but there was someone asking me for art more than once on a handful of occasions. I was like, sure, why not? Okay. And I don't remember them saying thank you. But then when I drew something they didn't like, you started calling me weird things like, you're a bad artist. What the hell are you doing? That's not a cat. Bad artist. I was like, what the hell? And so eventually it conditioned me to learn how to do, like, it's not a block feature. I don't have that on my account. I have the timeout. I think that's what that's called. I had a timeout feature. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then ever since, I haven't seen that person so far. Oh, okay. Makeup. Yeah. Well, some of that stuff's not good to put on your face. Just yeah, I know they're man-made and they're claimed to be safe, but you'd be surprised the stuff people admit in companies, especially with makeup. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I get that. I had that a few instances. Like, you show your face and then they're like, ew. That's basically the reaction, and it's really messed up. And then they also resort to filters. And then people say, don't use filters. That's bad for you. We show your real face. The first date should be at a swimming pool. I'm like, oh my God. And then they say this kind of mean stuff to people when they see their real face. And so that's why they invest in so much makeup and filters and crap. So it's like, put up or shut up. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully things work out on your guys' end. I don't know. I cannot give much advice. It's just, at most, less internet and take care of your kid more. What else is there for me to say? It's easier said than done, especially if the kids, you want a break from children. But that's the thing about having kids. You don't really get a break. But if you have like a good good partnership and you're helping each other out, I think that already is a really good sign. But then if they're just wasting their time online instead of taking care of their kid, be careful. I'm taking so long. Okay, sorry. 17 minutes. Okay. I think that is also a kind of, that partial imbalance when it comes to getting married, and then things don't go out well, especially if you have children. They tend to favor the mother. I'm not sure if that is a thing with every single, because where we're at, the laws differ from state to state. So I'm not sure how it is there, but okay. So I'm sorry that has to happen. Yeah. I don't want to say things too much. Just, I just hope things work out for you guys, and you have your best, both of you have best interest for your child, because 3 years old is a rough time for a little kid, especially when they're trying to figure things out and they can't figure things out. They just start screaming. I remember that. So yeah. Nah, it's all right. Nah. I just hope things work out on your end. I don't want to, it's not like my mood is, I'm pretty good. Don't worry about it. I just hope things work out for your family life, Because it does get rough during such time, especially if they're not very cooperative. Believe me, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I always want good things for people that, they seem all right, but things aren't going their way for the time being. And yeah, sorry for earlier. I kind of got confused with what you were saying about hearing and seeing things. I don't know. I think, like I mentioned, I was doing several things and wires got crossed and I got confused. So my bad for that. I am sorry for that. But yeah, thanks for hanging around. I probably should wrap things up, but because it's not the early dismissal on Wednesdays, I can hang around a little bit longer. And I'm not drawing, so I'm trying to draw. Sorry, I'm talking too much. And I messed up the thumb. His thumb looks like there's an extra corner. Lovely. Oh, well. I have another chance with the painting. I don't know if I'll do that, though. I think they mentioned they're going to get rid of TikTok it's between 19 and 25. I get dates confused. I heard 19, but prior to that, I heard 25. I think during the inauguration. I don't know, but I don't care. Like, go ahead. It's messing up people's lives and making people sound weird when they really don't have to. I welcome it. I don't care. But some people are saying, "Oh, this is my life career. I don't know what to do." And then there's people say, "Get a job." It's like, gosh. But hey, I think they're low key jealous because they could do that online. But now that their means of income is going away, actually, I don't know how the policy works if once it is banned. I didn't look into that, nor do I care. But um, there's like a bunch of people whining and complaining about this and that about TikTok going away, and I'm like, it's not my problem. I'm sorry. But I almost went on there and stayed there longer. But yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. Do you like TikTok when it was there? I just don't like the stupid dances. I think that's my main reason why I did not like TikTok. I always saw some schmuck dancing, and I was like, "That's what you gotta do." I don't want to do that. Because I know some people who do the dances. I'm not clowning on them. I'm like, hey, if you're brave, have at it. You're braver than me. I'm not going to do it. But I don't like the dancing. Don't get me wrong. I like dancing. I just don't want to do the stupid dances they have on TikTok. They look meh. It's like, that's okay. Go dance the afternoon away. Oh, they also do it in public places. Like I saw one, they did it at Costco, at like a grocery store place, or they go to like a tourist attraction or where there's crowds of people and people are just trying to get by and they just keep dancing. This is dancing. I don't know. It's not for me. It's like, I'm too old for that. Let's see. Yeah, TikTok. Ugh. I was supposed to be talking about age and stuff, but I was like, you know what, screw it. It's okay. I can save it for next time if I remember. Well, maybe I should switch my days to Tuesday instead of Wednesday. Because I can be on Livestream longer, but that's the thing. That's if people actually hang around long enough. If they're not, I can just cut it to like 40 minutes, but then I have extra time to do whatever. Oh, really? That's cool. Is that is that a good job? I mean, that's such a stupid question. That sounds kind of complicated, actually. How is it? A scando. Oh no, is someone doing construction work outside? Hmm. Okay, it's construction work. I thought someone farted in the backyard somewhere. I was like, what the heck? It sounds like, and it's someone's power tools or some other making the fart noises. It's too early for that. Oh, okay. Oh, is that? It sounds sort of similar to like how they have customer service things, and then when you talk to someone, they pick some place, and there's someone that has an Indian accent. Is it so? That's what it sort of reminded me of that, kind of. I don't think that's exactly it is, but it sounds eerily similar. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that must be. That makes a lot of money. Think about this drawing stuff. Hey, man, that's great. Buy your kid lots of toys. Oh, just kidding. Just buy all the necessities and then toys on the side. That's cool, though. I wish I can talk about work, but I get sick easily. It sucks. And then I get kind of pressured about such things because you're supposed to have a career. I was like, not when I don't feel good, you know. So I have to stay at home and help take care of my kid and make sure he gets picked up on time and do errands. And so it's not like I do nothing, you know. So, but I think because of modern times and people don't like certain levels of traditional things, like being a mom, apparently, I get low key crap for it sometimes, or I hear a lot of crap about moms staying home and taking care of their kids and stuff. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have a career or even a part-time job. And I'm like, I'm gonna get fired with my condition because it's easy for me to be uncomfortable and feel sick. So it's annoying. I don't like it. I used to do a lot of jobs before this. I used to do retail in a bookstore, retail and clothing store. Those are a nightmare. Don't do those. I used to teach. I used to work in animal care. I used to work in a veterinary clinic. I had like a buttload of jobs. So it's not like I never worked a day in my life. I don't know if anyone ever did that. Like, they just never worked at all and they just had everything handed to, I assume maybe rich people. I don't know. But I did work a lot. Even, oh gosh, I don't miss it. But sometimes, I don't mind, because sometimes when people talk and gather around, they all talk about their jobs. And I'm like, well, I cleaned up vomit the other day. It's like, oh, you're a janitor. No, I just stay at home. So it makes conversation with other people a little bit awkward, especially on my side. But whatever, as long as my kid's happy, that's all that matters. I do notice that you don't spend enough time with your kid. They start running amok and thinking they do whatever they want. Always have to be careful about that. And I feel like a lot of people want to go the gentle parenting route, whatever. And I think because I'm older, I did not necessarily have that. There was a lot of, not yelling, but like, do this or else, kind of like that. And so, or because I told you to, but I don't like saying that. I have reasons why I want them to do things. So you don't get hurt and fall on your face, right? So at least I explain why I say things that I do. And then I think because I have like a older generation upbringing, despite how I sound, I do have certain hangups that may seem kind of old and not PC, like politically correct. Because, oh my God, I don't sound old. I don't look old. But if I make references about my past, it's like, holy shit, how old are you? So yeah, and then you play the guess my age game. Oh my God, that's funny. So yeah, I guess I am weird, but it's not like I'm unique. I can do bleh. No, that's just how I was brought up, I guess. And then I had to interpret from what I was brought up to navigate life, I suppose. And now I'm here doing YouTube. Oh yeah. Because let's see, my parents were born around World War II. That's how old. Let's just say. And then my siblings are in the 60s and 70s. And then and then I'm the only one in the 80s. Yeah. I just keep it at that. So it's pretty crazy when you think about the generation gaps in our own family. And it's hard to relate to most of them. I think I only get along with my brothers because they're closest in age to me. And I think that's another reason why I'm interested in all the art stuff, because my oldest brother likes comic books and anime and manga. Well, more so anime. And scary movies and weird cartoons like The Simpsons. That's mostly him, and I leached off from that and had a good time. So, but then other people around me, not a lot of them liked anime. Not a lot of them liked video games. I don't like video games that much, just a little bit. But it was, and art stuff was also a challenge. Not a lot of people liked art stuff, or at least comic book art, which I was more into back then. So it was hard relating to people growing up. It was really weird. Okay, and then there's a bit of I try to be civil, but sometimes I say things that people don't I don't know. I say weird things sometimes, but I can't remember what they are because I have short-term memory. Okay. Yeah, I heard some people don't like being referred to as uncle and aunts. From I think I mentioned a while ago, in my situation, I've been an aunt since I was 11 or 12 years old, so it's nothing to me at this point. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. But when they don't call me that, they don't call me auntie, because it is also a kind of sign of respect, and I was conditioned like that, and I'm like, what'd you just say? But hey, only 30? Yeah, that's nothing. That's okay. It's okay. And at least they respect you. But yeah, like I'm so used to being called auntie by my nieces and nephew. If I hear them just say my name, like, are you disrespecting me? It's like that. But I say it as a joke, not like, where's my belt? It's not like that. Just, I mess around. I mess around. I'm not necessarily the fun auntie, unfortunately, because that's not my. Because I'm too busy with my kid. I think one of my cousins is the designated fun relative, and I was like, okay, you can have it. It's okay. Let me not be fun. Okay. I'm just the auntie that draws in the corner and takes care of her kid on the side. Okay, so there's that, and then there's another one. Like, I might as well put a background because I'm already here. Yeah, I used to be called auntie when I was a kid. And at first it was weird just because, like, are there 12-year-old aunties? I don't know. And then I think on the bus, I think someone confused my niece and nephew because I was picking them up from school or taking them somewhere. They thought they were my children. That's the part I don't like. Like, that's not my kids. But they look like me too. So it's like, oh, sure, they're not your kids, right? So I'm like, I'm just babysitting them. Get away from me, weirdo. So yeah. That's the only hang up I had about being a young auntie. They confused my niece and nephew as my children. I was like, I wasn't that busy back then. Sheesh, man. So yuck. But yeah, that was the only thing I had that was like my issue. The rest, being addressed as auntie, it grew on me. I got used to it. So, like, how many nieces do I have? I have 3 nieces. No, I have, wait. I have a handful of nieces and nephews. Not a lot, but I also have overseas, but I don't know them too well, but I have a lot. Yeah. I think especially with younger people, and sometimes they like to rile up the older people. And it's like, hi, uncle, hi, auntie. You're old. Like, shut up. You'll be old too. You can also scare them like that. You know what? You'll be 30 one day. You have to pay all of your taxes. Then you're on debt because you can't afford this stupid house that you purchased back in 2033. Like, I don't know. I like to mess around sometimes. I used to tell this little girl who called me ugly when I used to teach. There was this girl, she was asking the I think she was like 8, 9 years old, and she likes to joke around a little bit too hard for her age. And then she was telling the front desk lady at my work, um, why is teacher? I am teacher. Why is the teacher so fat? See what I have to put up with. This is just one element, one example. Then the front desk lady asked me, translated into English. And so I was like, what the you son of a, Then I thought, okay, tell her because I eat children. And so she did. Then she gave me this horrified look. And I'm like, hi, be nice to me. And she stopped bothering me ever since. So it worked. Like, that's freaking rude. But yeah, children can be like that. Especially if they have parents that don't teach them manners, and they'll say stupid crap like that. And sometimes you gotta put them in their place just to make them stop. My God. I'm not saying how I handle things was probably correct, but pissed me off. It's okay. No, I think at that time I gained a lot of weight because I was overseas in China, and their food was amazing, but my God, I got so fat back then. But I was also in denial because I would take my picture at an angle, and so I don't look that bad. But then when I came back home to take pictures with my family, I mean, that's not the reason, but when I spend time with them, they take pictures. So when I saw pictures with me with my family members, and I was like, holy shit, I gained weight. What the hell? I was even in there for a month, for a year. And then I got so fat. And so it was also hard for me to lose that weight. They kept giving me really tasty food, and it's hard to say no. Plus, they don't like it when you say no. And then they say, oh, you need more food. You need energy. I was like, then why do you call me fat? It doesn't make sense. I think yes and no. I think also it was hard, the culture of having to finish all the food. They don't like wasting food, and it was hard to say no to really good food. If it tasted like dog food and garbage, of course I'd be like, but everything tasted great. And so it was really hard for me to say. I think it's also an Asian culture sort of thing where they offer you food and you don't want to be rude. There was that, yeah. And then also, yeah, the food was like almost always drenched in oil. It was fried, and I ate a lot, and I gained so much so fast. And I was told prior to showing up to, I was overseas in China, you're going to lose so much weight. We eat so healthy. Oh my God. What the hell that was. It made me to a freaking refrigerator. It was so awful. I was forced to lose weight because it was affecting my health in 2018, especially. And I had no choice. It's either that or I go to the hospital a lot. So choices. Well, yeah, I'm a lot better now. It's I'm definitely, I don't want to be that heavy anymore. I don't know how. Oh, I don't know if you hear about people being like obese and really fat. I don't know how they do it. It's so uncomfortable. I wasn't fat for as long as they were, but I felt uncomfortable all the time. Like, you walk a bit and it's hard to breathe. Like, you lose your breath so easily. People make shitty comments about you. I don't like that, especially when it's from family. Holy sheesh. What else? Sometimes even if you lose weight, people still say, why are you still fat? Like, what the? You bitch. Yeah, right? How can you say no and you want to eat less, but then they say, well, you're going to waste the food. I got to throw it away. Like, they throw that guilt trip on you. And then, especially if you visit like you go to like relatives' houses and they offer a lot of food. Oh my God, that's also another nightmare, not just in China, but like with relatives where my family's from. There's no way out. And then after you eat all the food, why are you so fat? You need to lose some weight. Oh my God. And then they have these nasty comments. Shit, man. freaking sucks. And then if you're pregnant and, you have children, they also give you a hard time as well. I know, right? You saying no when there's food already in your mouth and you're swallowing the food. That sucks. Holy sheesh. But yeah, I don't miss being fat. I don't miss it. And I will say it as it is. I was fat, but people don't like using the word fat anymore here. They say plus size. I don't know if you heard that on your end. They say plus size, you're plump, voluptuous. They have all words except fat. They won't use it because it's offensive. And I'm like, no, I was fat. I didn't like it, but I was, I can admit that. I was in denial back then, but now that I look back, yeah, I was. So, but, really? Oh, okay, good. You're not missing much. Yeah, well, like in clothing at least, they won't say, size fat, here you go. They won't say it like that, but I think in a clothing store, they don't want the customer to be like feeling bad. I guess in general. So they just say plus size, but they apply to a lot of things like modeling, plus size modeling. I mean, that was around, but plus size, like back like in the 90s and 2000s, plus size, that's a healthy weight. But nowadays they're applying plus size to fat as well. So it's kind of confusing. So I can get why it does not carry on outside the country. But just say it for what it is. You can be chubby, you can be whatever. But some people take offense nowadays because every word is offensive, it feels like. So, like, what should I call you? So you have to ask, well, what do I say then? So you're not crying on TikTok at 3 a.m. because I said something that you did not like. It's stupid. But, my God. Oh, how long ago was TikTok banned in India? I heard about it vaguely, but I didn't know for how long. And did that improve anything over there? Or they just did the same thing on Instagram or whatever, alternate apps? I am curious because we're about to approach a similar situation here. So I'm wondering what's the aftermath. Oh, I'm talking a lot. Okay, so this is pretty good, actually. I did clean up yesterday, so I am... Sorry, I'm making mental notes in my head. Yeah, I did clean up a lot yesterday, so I can take a tiny break today. Okay. Okay, so this is what I have so far. So I guess I can talk while drawing. But it's still rough. Like, I don't like erasing too much areas because sometimes it gets smudgy. And then I didn't have to do this, but I am curious to see what happens if I erase. Will it smear? Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, good to know. So here's the chubby boy. Thank you so much. I think you helped. All right, so we have that. And then what do I do? Okay, so what color is it? Sorry, I make random fart noises. It helps me think and not be too serious. Okay, so there's a teal. I can start a little painting, then I need to go away because I'm on here longer than I thought I would. But that's okay. It's birthday week. Do what I want. Okay, I don't know. I just say random things and hope it's funny. 9 out of 10, no. 6 out of 10 times I think it's funny. I have this. See, this is also why I didn't do the paintings. I have to prepare everything prior to the live stream. And when I don't, I'm scrambling around wasting time and I feel bad. I don't like wasting other people's time. Okay. I guess this one, these look the same, but this is slightly darker. Okay, so I need to get, someone online said using black is bad, but I use it anyway. But I can't find my black right now. Oh, yeah. I mention off and on, but I don't do. I'm not like those weirdos that this is my birth month, so I'm gonna celebrate the entire month to be my birthday. Like, no, you were born in a day, not the entire duration of a month. That's disgusting. I mean, oh, if you had to give birth in a span of a month, oh my God, that sounds like pure torture. Hell on earth. But yeah, it's tomorrow. I opted to go out today, but then I remembered I had a bill. And then tomorrow I was like, well, it's going to be rushed, but it's the actual day. I'll just do some shopping by myself and then pick up my kid and then go home. That's my plan. Yes, that's my plan. I don't really take the whole. Well, I guess because I grew up here, it's a not serious, but like just send a text like, "Oh, happy birthday!" Yeah, that's fine. That's the bare minimum. I don't ask for gifts. I'll buy it myself. Don't worry about it. But yeah, there's people that make such a big deal about birthdays, and then I've met people who don't even celebrate birthdays. I was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. You're the first." No, wait. My nephew. Okay, you're one of the first. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know people did not celebrate birthdays at all, but some people have reason to do so, and some of them are kind of sad. I don't want to explain the sad ones, but I understand why they choose to not celebrate it, or it's just not in their culture to celebrate birthdays after like sometime in childhood or teenage years. Okay. But if I have the time to take the time off to do it, I'm like, sure, why not? I might as well. And I'm gonna see if I can do a little errand in the process anyway for a friend. So there's that too. That's not bad. Oh wait, no, that is correct, but I have to dull the color. When's your birthday? I might as well talk about it. Maybe in 2 hours I'll finish this. Who knows? Oh no, it looks like caca. Oh no. Okay, I can fix it. See, this is what I do with mixing colors. Sometimes it doesn't work out and I gotta fix it. It sucks. Because even though I do a lot of colors, I have to paint and hope that it works out. Oh, over there. I guess it's today where you're at, because 15. It's the 15. Because here right now it's 14, so it's not yet, but I forget time zones. So it's probably already my birthday in other places, just not here. We're slow. Slow. Oh my God. Time zone wise, we're slow. I think. I shouldn't talk bad about where I'm from. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, if you want to try something super depressing, turn off the birthday notification on Facebook and see who actually remembers your birthday. That's messed up. I did that many years ago. Almost no one remembered. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You win. I don't have a prize though, but thank you so much. But yeah, like if you want to be super depressed on your birthday, turn off the birthday notification on Facebook and see who actually remembers your birthday without being told it's your birthday. Oh my God. That's annoying. But thankfully, there's some people on my text messaging that oh yeah, happy birthday, And I was like, yeah, thank you. And then some that don't, I do have to make a slight reminder. Okay, don't wish them one. Well, it depends. If there's something going on with their lives or too busy, then of course I'll say something. Oh my God, that's messed up. I would try to say if it's on, but then yeah, if you turn it off, that's even worse, I think. Because then absolutely no one remembers. And then I was like, oh, geez, that's depressing. But I had that off for several years already and no one noticed. So I was like, okay, that says a lot. But yeah, I got used to it by I forgot how long ago. It was a long time ago that I turned it off, so I'm not super. No one remember. It's not like that. It's just, oh, well, shit. Okay, and I go on with my life. That's it. So yeah. It's too bright. This is a. Who the hell's that? Sorry, there's some hammering outside. Ah, okay, I see. Is that mandatory? I don't pay attention. I just like, oh, okay. I just make assumptions. What is the thing? Oh. Did I make a boo-boo again? Oh, no, it's correct. Okay. So it's kind of a given on there, I suppose. Whereas, yeah, Facebook, you do have the option of turning it off. And yeah, that's hella depressing though. Like if you're super sensitive about birthdays, don't do it. Oh, okay, I see. Good to know. My God. Yeah, some people take birthdays here way too seriously. Like they have birthday parties and birthday themed things, and I don't do that. It's embarrassing. I was like, I'll just accept birthday greetings, and then gifts is you don't have. Don't worry. Like just greetings at most. That's fine. I'm down for that. But I feel like some people here take it way too seriously, especially as they get older. I don't know. Like no. Oh, that chainsaw fart noise is happening again. Is that the default thing on Snapchat, or I don't know? The default feature or some other, like when it's your birthday? Because I think some apps in general have that. Like it's your birthday, they send you happy birthday. Ah, okay. Google knows everything. True. Yeah. I think I got that. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Someone cares. Yeah, sheesh. I try not to make a big deal about birthdays that much. I just like, I'm gonna go shopping. Okay, see you later. Okay, it's a little too bright. I need to dull it up, but I'll figure it out later. Oh no. When's your birthday? Might as well, since everyone knows mine now. Let's see. Peach. Ugh. Yeah, I know I should pour out the paint, but then I notice when I do that, I don't use all of it and it gets dry. So I just do this because I have problems apparently, but it's okay. My paint. I do what I want. And then I forget to close it for several hours. Aha. Okay. Ah man, that's tough competition. You gotta you gotta compete with Jesus. Man, that's rough. Wow, that's cool. Oh, that means you're young. Shoot, man. I wish I had birthdays in winter. Shoot. I don't like being in January. I'm always the old person. Even amongst like my old classmates, everyone was born in like September, June, July, October, November, December, and I'm the freaking dinosaur that no one buys presents for because Christmas is over. Yeah. So that's another reason why I am not very keen on presents because what's the point? Everyone's broke on Christmas, right? So I kind of just like, well, let's accept it. Buy your own gift. I mean, if they do, man, they don't have to, or they buy it on Christmas. So like, oh, so I don't have to worry about January. So yeah, so there's that. But I got used to it. It's not that bad. I buy my own gift. It's okay. You know, that's pretty funny though. Well, that's cool though. I wish I was born in the younger months, not in the dinosaur winter cold month when everyone's broke. ah, but yeah, at this time it's like, it is what it is. Live with it, and like, okay. So the coloring here is going to be off, but I need like a base coat, so it's not going to look like the actual coloring. I have to just put things down and then figure things out from there. That's usually what I do, but I can't do too much because it does get thick. Okay, I think I'll wrap it up in 2 hours. This is the first time I've done 2 hours. Thanks for hanging around. I think you should help with kids and stuff, but yeah, don't worry about it. I think because today is not early dismissal, I can hang around here longer because usually on Wednesdays it's early dismissal for my kid, and I gotta go. And so this time, however, it's not. So I can lounge around a bit. Yay. But yeah, if I have reason to switch it to another day, maybe I can switch it to another regular day. But sometimes I have to take care of things during said regular days. That's why I try to leave that available for those errands, and then I do that live stream on Wednesday. So, but yeah, also not a lot of people hang around here, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. I am alone again. Okay. What time is it over there? Is it nighttime? Because over here it's only 12:57 p.m. I'm always curious about time zones because I get a lot of them wrong. I have to confirm with Google what time, what places, just for the heck of it. Okay. Oh, okay. Now that is brown. Holy cripe. Cripes. You're not sleepy? I think you should sleep. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Yeah, feel free to sleep. Just don't pass out. That's kind of late. Yeah, that's another thing. If I do live streams, I cannot guarantee that my time is appropriate for other places. I cannot guarantee that. So I only go by what I have here and what I can afford to. So, but when it applies outside of the time zone here, then I'm like, oh, okay, I see. Oh, right, you mentioned Washington. Oh wait, that's East Coast. No. Oh, you said Washington, not Washington. Okay. So that's around the Western Hemisphere. Okay, I see. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, feel free to, I don't want to say pass out, but feel free to sleep. That's why. Okay, let me just wrap this up, then I will end it here. 2 minutes. Well, there are the night owls where they have to, they have work at night, and so they're kind of wired at the nighttime. So I had those situations. That is rough. Even still, I'm used to trying to sleep at night because my sleep schedule's always messed up anyway. Always something going on. Oh yeah, what'd you play? I probably won't know the name, but hey, I don't know. I'm actually looking for new games to play after Black Myth Wukong. I played it 3 times. I'm tired. So I don't mind trying something new or just taking a break because I'm not really a gamer. Despite how I sound, I'm a sore loser. I'll admit it sucks, but that's why I play by myself. I don't do multiplayer because I'm a weak baby. I'm a weak baby. Well, I want to say he's a weak baby, but no, he's pretty strong. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's okay when they're civil and actually have something to say rather than like one word responses. You can only do so much when people say one word like, what are you doing? I don't know. But they actually engage. It helps so much more. Otherwise I'm talking by myself. I can do that, but after an hour I'm going to get bored. So that's why I think also why in my live streams I just take an hour. And so, because after now, like, I don't know what to talk about. So, I was like, okay, when no one's around, I gotta get out. Hey, that's great, man. That's cool. Yeah, it's always good to, I think, while internet does have its bad points, there are some good points too, like trying to improve your, trying to figure out what to talk about, either by yourself or with other people. Um, I try not to. I think one thing I noticed, I talked about myself too much because I'm always talking by myself. But then I realized, oh, wait, there's another person. Let's ask them questions. Can't always be about me. So I try to, that's why I ask you things sometimes too. So you're involved. Yay. So yeah, that's cool. Improving for the better is great. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to finish this. Yeah, it's already 2 minutes. Two. My brain can't talk sometimes. It's been 2 hours. This is the longest I've done. There's people I've heard they do 24 hours. Ugh. Why? Or no, I think I heard 3 days. I was like, ugh. I mean, I like internet, but not that long. Oh, hey, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I should check your channel. Do you still have your videos? I could check those out. I don't mind. Yeah, I need to do that as well. I should check other people's channels too, not just look at my own and just, Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, my channel's kind of a mix. Well, if you see it, you know what I'm talking about. But like, yeah, I am not really that big about like Black Myth Wukong's an exception, but like the war shorts and the Journey to the West movies and sniper movies, whatever. And I get more questions about that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But then if they actually talk about my art stuff, I'm like, oh, hey, thank you. Yeah, then I'm more engaging. But because if you don't see the comments, I have to sift through. But my gosh, some of them, they get really long-winded. Some of them call me things, say propaganda. Oh my God. I'll probably find out if I look at the comments today. But I have to not answer all of them so I don't go crazy. I could get into an argument if I wanted to, but I don't like it. It's just, what's the title of the movie? Okay. What they say something funny? Okay, that's the bare minimum for me of get engagement in those topics. But then like the art stuff, I'm more than happy to talk about that stuff, even if I'm not good at talking about art. Fun fact, I don't ask me about impressionism, cubism, whateverism. I don't know crap. I just like fan art and things that I am aware of. Like if you're gonna go all traditional, classical, blah blah art on me, I'm gonna sound like a dum-dum, and I don't like sounding stupid. So I'll be like, okay, yeah, you can share. I don't know anything, but tell me more. Try to not make the talk just end suddenly. You kind of let them do more of the talking since they're more well versed in the subject. But then if they start talking too much, then you kind of have that's the thing with talking. It's tiring, but then as you use the skill more, you can kind of manipulate the conversation from what way to what way. But I'm not that good yet. Oh my God, I talked a lot. It's already 2 hours. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. So I got to wrap things up a bit because, I should probably have lunch. That's the thing I should do. Yeah, I should. To me from me. I wrote that to myself once. To me from me. Oh my God. Too much ham. Yeah. Thanks for hanging around. Lena Min. Is that how you pronounce? I'm sorry, but thank you for hanging around longer than I thought I expected. Usually, I'm so used to people just zooming on in and then no Black Myth Wukong, no war shirts, bye. So I'm so conditioned to that. So when people actually hang around, I'm like, oh, here's people. All right, so what the heck did I do today? So for the summary, yeah, that's me. I do stupid things. So what I did was show old work that I did from 2023. I almost forgot. And then these were just nothing serious, funny enough, but I had to consider the surface area, this and that, and what colors I use, and I'm very favorable of these colors, especially. I don't know what to do with them afterwards. They're just projects and experiments, rather. And then I was messing around with toys because I have problems. That's kind of creepy. I don't know. Let's turn you off. Okay, bye. So I also mess around with toys a little bit, and I mean these toys, not anything nefarious or what have you. So yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Make sure you go to sleep and hope you and your situation improves. I can only say that. I'm sorry, but thank you for hanging around for the time you spent. Yeah. Then I also tried to do works in progress, but I got distracted talking a lot, but that's okay. Talking is useful. So I did one thing here out of all the cards I did. That's fun. Yeah, that's all we can really do and hope for the best, right? And so, yeah, I also mentioned old projects from here as well and talked about Black Myth Wukong a little bit, not wanting to stay on this game forever. Still debating if I just drop games entirely or try a new game. I don't know yet. Extrovert, introverts, this and that. And here we are. And so I am going to have some lunch, stop talking a bit. This is the longest I've talked in a long while. I rarely talk outside of this, I swear. And so, okay. Thanks for having me. Take care, you guys. Next week, I hope I will have a regular schedule. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Unless this is a good time, let me know. I'm always up for debates on my uploading time schedule thing. Yeah, so I will shut up. So thank you for sticking around for my 2-hour special 2-hour thing. I'll see you again next week. Until further notice, this is Delion getting on out. And take care. Bye-bye.